So you wanted to know how to write the perfect speech outline. Well, you come to the right place. I was in your position 2 months ago when I had to write my own, but as you can see, I got a perfect score. But how on earth did I get that score? Allow me to show you. First, I will teach you how to choose your ideal artist and conduct research on that artist. Then, I will teach you how to start writing your outline. Before you start writing any outline, you need to know exactly what you're going to be talking about. So if you haven't chosen your artist already, just run a simple Google search and type in famous artists. In here, you're going to see a list of a whole bunch of different artists you can choose from, but I recommend choosing one that appeals to your interests. In order to do that, you need to choose 10 of them and choose one after you research them all. Then stick to that one. For example, I chose Andy Warhol, so let me go ahead and click on him. And here you're going to see a whole bunch of different links pertaining to that artist. Don't use Wikipedia and try using links that end in .gov and .edu. But you're not limited to just these sources. I actually recommend using the campus database search. I mean, you're already paying for it. So just go to mdc.edu, click on academics, libraries, then click on academic search. And type in your borrower ID. This is the student ID that starts with 100. And the PIN, which is the last 4 digits of that same ID. Once in here, you can search for anything you want, but just type in the artist that you're looking for. For the sake of this video, I'll just type in Andy Warhol. And here you're going to see a whole bunch of different biographies, student journals, and even videos pertaining to that artist. You can even download the full PDF version if you so choose. And now that you know how to research your artist, let's actually start writing your speech outline. The first thing you want to do is open a Word document. Since Mr. Vallone only wants your paper to be in APA format, you must follow these steps exactly. Set the font to Times New Roman size 12, and everything has to be in 1.0 spacing. Now, type in your name, the professor's name, your class and the day and time you guys get together, and today's date. Now you can start with your title. Your title doesn't have to be anything complicated, just type in the name of your artist and speech outline. Now let's start with the attention getter. Make sure to write it in a way that grabs the audience's attention. This is going to serve as a first impression to your audience. If you mess it up, there's no going back. So be sure to invest some time into it. You can start off by telling a joke or a famous quote. I just introduced a problem that was occurring in the art industry during the 1950s and how my artist managed to resolve it. Make sure it doesn't last more than 1 minute and 15 seconds because then it will start to drag on, effectively boring your audience. After you're done with your attention getter, you can start working on your main points. You need to have at least 2, but no more than 5, because then your speech will overwhelm the audience with too much information. 5 should only be used when you have a speech that's more than 30 minutes long. Since yours is only 4 to 7, it should only have around 2 or 3. Now let's talk about your transitive phrases. Transition phrases are used to link one idea to the other and to help the audience understand your logic. Since in this case you're only moving from your introduction to your body, you can restate your first main point. It's also extremely important that you include a transition phrase after every Roman numeral. More on that later. Now let's talk about how you're going to format your body. Your body should be in alphanumeric order, meaning it should be divided by letters and numbers, starting with a Roman numeral. Microsoft Word makes our lives a whole lot easier by doing this for us once we have it set up. In order to do this, we just have to click the multi-level list button and choose Define New Multi-Level List. In here, you can choose in what order the letters and numbers pop up depending on how many times you press the tab key. The first level should be Roman numerals, the second, capital letters, third, regular numbers, 4, non-capital letters, and 5, I personally only got up to 5, it's just a regular number in parentheses. Also make sure that the font is in Times New Roman, regular, and size 12 for every single one of these. Then click OK, and click OK. And now whenever you want to make a new list, you just start it off by clicking the button that you just created. It should be this one. Then every time you click tab, it moves on to the next level that you defined. And in order to go back a level, just click shift and tab. Now when you're writing your body, keep these things in mind. Every level of your list should only have one sentence. So in other words, every Roman numeral, every capital letter, every number should only have one sentence. This is going to help you later on when you have to write the note cards for your speech. Another thing to keep in mind is that you need to have at least 4 citations in your body, and they should be bolded. And you also need to apply the rule of 2s. This means that if you have one Roman numeral, you should always have a second Roman numeral. Same goes for every other point. You can have more than 2 Roman numerals and so on. It just has to be at least 2. Oh, and something I forgot to mention. Every Roman numeral should be a main point. So if you have 2 main points, there should be 2 Roman numerals. And before every Roman numeral, you should include a transition phrase, as I mentioned above. Now that you're done with your body, you can move on to your conclusion. Your conclusion is mainly composed of your summary and memorable statement. In your summary, you should just briefly restate your main points and how you covered them during your body. And for your memorable statement, you need to say something that your audience will remember. This is just as important as your intention getter, so make sure to spend some time on it. The last thing you need to do in your outline is include a works cited page. In order to set your sources, you can just type it into citation machine and then just organize it in alphabetical order. Or you can let Microsoft Word do it all for you. Just go to references, click on make sure to set the style to APA, click on manage sources, click new, and type in every single source you've used during your body and any other outside sources you may have used. Then click OK and close. Now all you have to do is go to an empty page and click the bibliography button and click references. Then just edit the font, make it Times New Roman, size 12, and the color, make sure everything is black, and that's it. Now you have your works cited page, and now you have just finished your outline. Well, I hope you liked the video on how to outline. As long as you don't procrastinate and you follow my steps, you should be able to ace that outline and succeed when giving your speech. Well, thanks for watching.